Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to another episode of my Getae campaign. And, ooh, I thought we almost crashed here, but no, we held on for dear life here. And this is bound to be an absolutely fabulous episode of the campaign because we've just unlocked both the Sarmatian reforms and the Roman-based reforms that Dacia has, which ultimately will revolutionize our armies and give us access to so many amazing tools. Yet, it's not prudent to get them all at once here, because, for one, our income is suffering. Actually, bandits took our tax income from Pannonia. You can see a full 0 income there because of banditry. And that's reduced our income down to a negative amount. Simultaneously, there is one family here, these council of chieftains, that absolutely despise us. We haven't given a single army to them, yet it appears that they're gonna rebel. So what I'm thinking of doing here is first let's do something cool here. Let's send this guy over to Illyria to organize some games, and then let's purge this party. Yeah, that's probably gonna cause these guys to rebel, at least I'm hoping it will. Because ultimately, they are basically in charge of Pannonia. That's their task, that's their role. So what I'm thinking here is that we can just quickly wipe them out over here, do away with them, and then afterwards deal with the Romans, particularly with a full stack of new units. Yet, I think I do have to bide my time and wait for the appropriate moment. Let's wait for these guys to rebel, then let's recruit a new army, and then go to battle. Simultaneously, though, if I'm gonna go hard against the Romans, I don't think I would need to have nearly as many against legions of Bosphorus, because really, they're not really such a threat to me. Because I don't think they are.
Ready for battle.
You know what we can do here, though? We can quickly dismiss these much more expensive units, and then kind of give away some units here. And I think that this army has the potential for one more. So yeah, let's go ahead and endow these guys with another horse archer. That should make them nice and stable. It's not exactly the best army possible, but it's an okay one. And then we can just disband this entire army. This way, if Bosphorus does decide to go, if the Kingdom of Bosphorus, the Cimmerians, do decide to attack us, we will have an army capable of confronting them. But we're also not over-investing in this area at the same time. So I think it's absolutely perfect to just dismiss those guys. I mean, even without the Pannonian income, we now have positive income. So we're definitely going to have enough for a new army. But simultaneously, I haven't really been seeing a lot of Roman armies. So far, we've taken Epidamos without incident. And we've also liberated one of their holdings in Cisalpine Gaul. So the Romans have lost 2 settlements to me. Which, considering that they're the strongest faction in the game, and they've already grown huge during this campaign, it should be unacceptable. Like, eventually, I fully expect them to retaliate.
I set aside my sword to speak.
Set aside your sword some more. Don't threaten me like this. Don't ask to use my lands for military purposes. What vengeful purposes do you possibly have in mind, Lugus? Now, I don't trust these Germanic factions. I fully, anticipate them to get onto my territory, load up next to a city, and then just attack. I gotta sleep, so I can't be doing that. I gotta test them.
My ancestors have spoken well of you, and so we offer a treaty.
See that?
The worthy.
I mean, I hope your test goes well, Naz. Oh, come on. Like, why won't these guys rebel? Are they stupid? Boy, the Germans gotta do reform too. I mean, sure, it's pretty much suicidal if they do, I'm not gonna lie, but Purge! Oh no. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have purged them twice, but okay, let's try to like. If I just send this guy over to Dayshot for running games, does that help? Okay, it does help. It does help. Okay, we're not gonna rebel. And I just keep my men where they are, and you know what? I just will like reform these guys. It's not like a humongous amount of reforming I can do in these armies. There just aren't that many candidates, but good. Yeah, some Lates, Spearmen, some good units here. But simultaneously, we can start recruiting a new army. Consular chieftains, Putinese chieftains. Oh, it's got to be a Getae noble. Look at the late cavalry. I mean, your tests will go well if you're smart. It'll go badly if you're dumb. So, I think that the logical thing is to be smart instead of dumb. But that's just me. If you want to be dumb, then you take your test, but you're just like, oh, I'm gonna be dumb, because being dumb's fun. But it's not gonna go well. But if you do it while you're smart, then it will. You see what I'm doing? I think that there's a clear correlation between being smart and the test going well. Therefore, I would argue that being smart might be the key to doing. If you're homeless, just buy a house.
I am a sage of the
Yeah, but like intelligence can be earned. Money can only be inherited. At least that's what communists tell me. Right? There's no way to earn money. Just don't be broke. I mean, that is pretty good though. Because like if you're broke, you're not gonna have a house. See what I mean? Just like me. I'm broke, so I don't have a car, right? It's not because anything happened to it. In any case. But no, bro. Like honestly, I mean, yeah. It hit something. It hit an object. It hit an object that could have been another car. Who knows?
It is the NATO.
Yeah, the memory's blurry now. I know you're disappointed, bro. A 2005 Honda Civic is probably like the best car in Romania. It's like the fanciest car, but a Romanian can dare.
Between friends, the gift.
Dare dream of. No. That was another car, obviously. Obviously. Anyway. Yo! Wait a minute. Why do we lose so much trade? That's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Okay, I don't think we should have lost this much trade. But anyway, Civil War started. Let's go clean up. This is how I fight Civil Wars, by the way. I always just absolutely rush the crap out of the people. I just set up to go and take over, basically. Okay, what edicts do we cancel? Pannonia, obviously. Child died because of the Civil War. Oh, man. Yeah, that kind of sucks. But anyway, doesn't really matter. It's like we can do that, and then we can, of course, attack these guys. I mean, these guys did inherit some pretty decent cavalry. They have like 3 units of heavily armored cav as well as a noble spear. And then just like a random levy troop who just decided to be super loyal to the cause. Dude, you should go sleep out. You should go sleep. Honestly, if you got a test the next day, bro, come on. Go sleep it up, bro. I want you here, but also, bro, you gotta sleep. Because at the end of the day, like, I don't even think it's about studying for exams. You just have to be clear-headed. That's the primary. It's the primary challenge, at least for me.
We have no fear.
At the end of the day, like, if you just know the topic vaguely, like, obviously you need to know something. You can't know nothing. But as long as you know the topic a little bit, then you should be fine. Also, I think at this point, late get experiment, they're actually better than my sick of skirmishers. It was the opposite before. Like, I would never go for the late get experiment.
Warriors eager for blood.
Now look at these guys. Actually, you know what? Let's just take a look at some of my reformed troops. I don't have a ton of this army, admittedly, but I have a couple. Sort of late get experiment. They are just a militia spear. They're stronger than before. They do seem a little bit more composed. Like, they're actually ordered in ranks rather than just, like, random amalgamation of troops.
Celts.
And then we have
Dacians.
the late get experiment, dude. Is geography? I mean, geography can be pretty challenging. There's a lot of memorization involved, a lot of very specific language. Because see, these guys look tough, though. These guys look kind of like early-age Slavic troops, man. Look at that mail. Look at that scale armor. Look at those helmets. These guys look tough, dude. They have advanced armor now. You have the armor of late antiquity. Never tougher than before. More discipline. Way more defense. Way more defense. Like 6 more defense. Decent amount of attack, too. Armor morale super high. And then we have our late cavalry, which they just look tougher. They just look so much more disciplined, so much more based. They look like medieval cavalry. They look sick. But anyway, the first army here, it's just an army. It's just an army of her little
Enemy
army.
reinforcements
What am I
approaching.
saying? It's just an army, just a little army of like this general, right? It's not the full force that's coming out to play here. So I think it's pretty prudent for me to just rush forward here and try to obliterate these guys. Just try to overpower them with force. Yeah, you can't bullshit your way out of... Well, you know, you'll be surprised because a lot of, like, university geography is complete bullshit. Like, you just write essays about how, like, space is used theoretically and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just mapping when you get to university, but I assume high school geography in Romania is just fucking mapping. It's just, like, hard information, right? Because I bullshitted university geography pretty effectively, I have to say. The maps aren't even the problem. What's the problem? Like rivers and stuff? I heard rivers are really boring.
We hunger for blood and
So yeah, let's just kill these freaking nobles.
we'll
So I have a bunch of noble lancers too, so I can just overpower these guys. Meanwhile, I'm gonna rush forward.
Our general is under attack.
Yeah, I'll just surround with a lancer and just chop him up.
We hunger for blood and battle.
These axemen are gonna throw some javelins. They have one volley. They're just a typical axeman. I should be able to cut him down.
Take their
This
heads.
lancer is surrounded by their kid, and we're just gonna cut this guy loose from his saddle. We're just gonna make these loser rebellious Dacians pay the price. Pay the ultimate price. Favor gone. We have Falxmen running in.
Our spears are yours. Spokesman, surrender. Riders, advance. Battle ready and eager.
Okay, let's turn these guys and make like a makeshift line here because, like, at the end of the day, we do need to go face the main force that's coming out here, even if it's more fun to just believe it's a much smaller army. Yeah, I need to actually.
One of our
supplement
units
them.
has used all its
Although,
ammunition.
to be fair, this garrison is pretty small, but they do have their own Falxmen. They are weaker than my professional Falxmen. They're called Hookmen too, but they can pack quite a punch if you give them the opportunity to. So, charge my more professional Falksmen forward, where these more Falksmen perfect. Whichever of my infantries have javelins, I should just set them up to throw them. Bring these guys into the fray. You'll have these 3 units just chase down the normal cavalry.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Which unit? Oh yeah, Operation Mercenaries. I don't have a ton of ammo. Yeah, I'm just gonna run my Falksmen in. Falksman on Falksman just ends up being like extremely quick and very brutal. These guys are ultimately glass cannons. You know, they charge into battle, cut each other up. They have no armor.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
It's a matter of shock and awe taking the day. But when we have Dacian Lancers charging the rear of these garrison units, I don't think we're gonna last very long. Let's get some Dacian Noble Lancers into the back of the enemy. That's gonna do hellish damage. Meanwhile, we can of course run in some of our infantry too. Maybe get a cavalry unit on these guys. Enemy general was routed. That's really proud. Alright. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bedbugs bite.
Charge!
So I hope you don't have bedbugs.
Noble horse! Quickly now!
Alright, let's get our cavalry around here. I mean, I see a mass of spearmen celebrating for some infernal reason.
Chosen spears!
The enemy general is dead.
So we'll bring our cavalry off to the flank so we can just hammer this mass of skirmishers. Meanwhile, we have some spearmen moving to go confront these spearmen. I think I'm just like glitched out. There's no reason why they should be like massed like this, but it doesn't really matter. We'll just get our infantry to charge in.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
See my lead Getae spearmen confronting the spearmen of this treacherous militia. Get our noble horsemen. They should be able to hunt down these garrison archers with ease. Perhaps once they finish doing that, these guys will just rout, because insanity of trying to stand up against my entire army should be hitting them. They're professional warriors. They're just pitiful peasants trying to protect their homes against their own people. Yeah, we'll go ahead, just hit a nice hammer and anvil with my general, and that should get them off the field. But there we have it. A nice, solid victory against the rebels. And I really wanted a nice, solid victory. I wanted to not lose too many men. After all, we have to turn against Rome next. Of course, this isn't going to capture the city. Still need to do that. But I'm pretty sure that this little army is gone. They don't look like they have anything left other than the odd Cimbri axemen or something. Then again, they run off. They survive. The rebellious spirit lives on. For good or for ill. I'll see you tomorrow, I hope.
Ready for battle.
Alright, so Kink recaptured. Segestica. I mean, honestly, I want to go fight the Romans, so I'll just auto-resolve this. Put this rebellion to bed as quickly as possible. These aren't going to be real battles anyway. Yeah, I'm definitely not saying kiss back, bro.
Thirsty for battle.
I ain't no Dr. Disrespect, you hear me?
Are you ready?
Oh,
to
I
do
would
your
be
duty
pedo
to the
stuff,
tribe?
but still, I ain't doing that. Like, we have 4 of these Romphia warriors. We have... this army's gonna get hellishly expensive. Honestly, Honestly, I don't know if we can really afford this army, but we can try.
Getting on our way.
Wait. Really shouldn't be cutting these guys, because the Romans could try something here. Could try to take Epidamos.
Ready for
It's not like this city is super well protected.
I can't do that. That's it.
Collect some data on these guys.
ready for orders. Warriors all.
You know what? Let's just make this as elite as possible. Like, screw it. Let's make this army as elite as possible for the Getae. We'll include these Falksmen. We'll include a couple of elite archers. We're making an absolutely heavy army. A beastly army. A decisive killing machine. That's what this is going to be.
Warriors all. Ready for the troops.
I am a merry meeting.
Warriors all.
I have drunk deep from.
Ready for
What
battle.
would you have of me? How can I deep peace?
Warriors all.
Okay, it seems that we have done all that we can. Just one settlement remains in the clutches of the rebels, so...
We have fine goods, and you don't.
Alright, wait, I forgot all about these trade agreements. Silly me. Okay, I have to restore them next turn.
Words can be all that is between people, but we would like trade as well, if you agree it.
I always make these guys pay, bro. It's so funny. Damn! Okay, okay. I'll allow your Celtic gold to flow into my coffers with ease, man. Maybe all of these trade agreements being dissipated was actually a positive. But also, I don't understand how we're this
You have
broke,
recruited, sir.
man. We are brokies. Okay, let's just try to get these
A
trade
flapping
agreements
tongue that
back.
speaks with. I can sense that.
Even
Greetings.
particularly
Speak
viable
plain.
trade agreements.
You bless up.
Greetings, friend. Let us use our time together in wisdom and seek accord.
How do these fools possibly have a very strong economy?
We can.
I welcome you, worthy speaker. I listen because your
Everyone
people
has
are
pretty
known
good
to have
economies
honor.
at this point in the campaign, I suppose. So if we're
This
willing
is
to
fair.
pay for my protection,
The people
more
of
or less.
Carthage welcome honest men.
I don't know, trading with
I
Carthage
welcome
is
you
at
on
all
behalf of
prudent,
the-
but considering that we're going up against the
Carthage
Romans
has
together,
heard your terms and found them agree.
I don't mind it. Now to our
Well met, friend. Sit and let your words move me to anger or act.
There we go.
Yes, your words.
How about the arch
You have my
phosphorus?
attention.
I mean, we just have such vast resources flowing through our lands. I just thought that perhaps they'd want some.
On the move, lads.
Now, Singadon, all that lies out of my control at this point. Yeah, I think we'll just take it. I don't really have anything here.
Thirsty for battle.
Oh man, They destroyed everything in this city, bro. They literally just tore it to pieces. I don't even remember what I had here. I mean, we already have a temple. We already have the Dacian Davos. Yeah, I don't really think that there's much I have to install here, if that makes sense. Wonder how much income am I getting from this one? Less than Noricum, but that's fine. Yeah, we have a lot of public order buildings in this province.
Ready for battle.
It should be fine.
Warriors.
But also, I have to be honest,
Thirsty for battle. Ready for orders.
actually no, these Thracian mercenaries, they're like okay.
Warriors.
I can
all.
use them. They're not terrible.
Death in battle. There is no finer ending.
Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, 4 of these, 3 archers. Definitely 2 of these cataphracts. What else do I get? You know what? So army's gonna head to Noricum. I think I will recruit some more troops there. That's the solution to my recruitment ills. And yeah, I think we just wait the turn over. I am not producing enough income here, but come this summer, we should be making more money. Once Pannonia becomes happy again, and it will eventually. Then we should be on more even footing here financially. But simultaneously, we do have quite a bit of money saved up. We could survive like 5-6 turns right now. And I think we'll take some land in Italy, so it shouldn't be too bad. I think I will make the pitfall. We're not that far off from it. But yeah, let's go see what's about to happen, boys. Let's see what's about to happen. So their financial state. We're actually more broke than last term. That's interesting. Not the good type of interesting, mind you. It's just interesting in general, I suppose. Okay, let's go see if there's anyone that we aren't trading with that we can, but I sincerely doubt it. Yeah, everybody that we aren't trading with that we could potentially trade with hates us with a passion, so that's not gonna happen.
I want hourly patrols. Ready for orders. Get to it.
We can go ahead and move like this. Snake across the land back to where we need to go to fight the Romans. This army being the newest one. It's not quite in shape yet, so we're not moving with the same speed that these other forces are. This area is still thoroughly Illyrian. That's pissing me off.
Thirsty for battle!
I don't think I'm gonna recruit any more men, dude. It would be lunacy to do that, considering how bad my income is. Even if, like, this
Thirsty for
army, I kind of
battle.
want to just put them here.
To your duty, my warrior.
That just ruins the public
Ready for
order
orders.
instantaneously. So now
Is
better
that
to
all?
just kind of turn them
I
back to
don't
the same
care.
position that they were in.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, we should be good.
Ready for battle.
Alright, there we go. Now, what goes next? Assume just marching, trying to find some money.
For the tribe. Starting out. You have further orders? Ready for.
These two armies are just getting into the area. God, this force is just trailing by a lot.
Get to it.
They're like kind of getting, at least they're in Pannonia now. Such a negative income, dude. Like, what if I just heighten my tax rate? The only people that are mad are the Illyrians, and they despise me, so... Yeah, I think I just go full tax for now. At least until we just start making a little bit more money. Shouldn't take too long. And I see some Romans starting to come back. I think that they're anticipating an attack by... Wait. How many? Yo, okay, that's fucked up. That's actually fucked up. How many armies just went back? See, I don't even know.
I'm not here to burden you with demands. My offer is what we consider worthy of your people.
That is a demand. It's a definition of a demand. What a bizarre way to frame that request. Oh yeah, yeah. Can we just like traverse your territory with humongous armies, live off your land, take your food supplies? Oh, and you
Will
pay
you
us.
not give our people?
And you pay us for it. Yeah, we're not exactly all too prosperous right now, but actually, I gotta chill out a little bit. Okay, I assume that the Arbitar faction is just gone or something, because they weren't the big player. I mean, yeah, anything that improves my wealth. It's probably a good idea to invest in right now. The question is, how many armies are in the area? I mean, this is the closest one that I see. It's Legio 5.
Looking for the enemy.
Still can't view, like, how much is there. I mean,
Ready for battle. Move out. Journey completed. For the tribe.
Genoa... We could go hit Genoa. Or is my ally gonna do it? Are these guys at war with the Romans? Yes, they are. I mean, they should be hitting Genoa. Unless that army is complete garbage and they can't take a garrison. Can't take on a garrison, then we should be able to hit Genoa.
Ready for order. Getting on our way.
Maybe go ahead. Live off the land. This army, as amazing as they are, still gonna take a little bit of time to get through, but I believe in them. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. What? How are the Romans gonna react, though? That's what I'm having difficulty anticipating, because I've never seen the Romans like react this viscerally before. I've never seen them actually send a crapload of men, and you know what? They're kind of just dallying. They're kind of just going there and back, here and there. They're being very indecisive. I mean, look at that one Roman army just parked outside of Corrales. What behavior is that? What's the point? Either take it and lose or walk away. Don't keep your army just swimming in the sea. They're not sailors. Pathetic. So Roman management needs to be executed. But also, what lies next? I mean, I assume the Romans are going to react pretty hostilely once they start taking Italian cities, but yeah, I'm just going to have to.
My lord and his chamberlains.
Now, the Getae, you know, I don't doubt the strength of the North Africans, but they're a little bit far from Romania. I think I'll pass. Damn. The Marians go Buddhist. What a story.
Ready for battle.
Even on the highest tax rate, we're still having immense challenge sustaining these armies in the field.
Let them cower before us.
I really hope that we don't lose a ton of men to attrition.
Getting on our way. Thirsty for battle.
Yeah, we'll have these
On the
guys.
move, lads.
Ah!
Starting out. I don't care how tired you are.
Crap. Well, you know what? At least they can recover next turn.
Ready for battle.
How can I? The shadows are friends.
Don't know where the Roman armies are.
Thirsty for battle.
These guys might have their work cut out for them. I think the Missionary Sword's got a new unit card, and actually it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Anyway, we are almost out of money here, but our fantastical Italian adventure can now begin. I see, yeah, 2 armies in Syracuse. They can be trouble. They can very quickly get to Italia proper. Yeah, where did that full stack army go that was sitting in Rome? Did it head south? Is it just lurking in the shadows? These are important questions for my own survival.
The hungry dogs are
This
all
is only on
around.
the defensive alliance.
The wise
No.
men.
I have no interest in enthralling myself in a bunch of different wars that they get involved in. We're just too far apart. We're both already at war with the Romans, so that part doesn't really help. Defensive alliances, you know, they only count for new wars. They don't count for old wars that have already been ongoing.
The gods weep when men battle.
Yeah, I don't really want to go to war on behalf of the Bithynians. They are our nominal ally, but I'm kind of treating them like crap. And yeah, it looks like this army did take some damage,
Thirsty for
despite my
battle.
best efforts to avoid such a thing. I'm just gonna put them in this city to try to recover, and you know what? We can recruit some men here. But it would be kind of risky given, you know, my financial situation.
Yes.
these guys did lose to the garrison. Bro, what the heck?
Warriors all ready for orders. We take this city for the throne. Lay siege to their
Go fight this
hovels.
battle. Our first battle in Italian soil. The Romans, they declared war against us, and now we're going to be in Italy as vengeance here. Now, this is not an elite Dacian army by any means, but we do have a bunch of upgraded spearmen, mercenaries from Pannonia, Illyria, and Gaul, as well as a fleet of Getae horse archers with vast experience running down fleeing, cowardly Romans. So we should be able to bust this garrison quite soundly, but the question is at what cost, because inevitably we'll have to fight the legions of Rome, and I do not want to do that with an army that's already been damaged by a garrison, so we'll have to be quite nimble here. But admittedly, if the Romans do sally out and go on the offensive here, I'll welcome it. Also, I believe the first battle of them physically using these swords, these Sikori elite swordsmen, should be very good. Over a light unit? No, or a medium unit. Kind of hard to make them out, but they were the guys with the plumed helmets that looked all professional and stuff. Move our Getae normal spears. Again, a very heavy, nice shock spear unit. Just really no downside with this unit. Amazing stats. And speaking of downsides, the only real downside of this army is it doesn't really have a lot of missile power.
Sword followers!
Besides my horse archers, who can't exactly do mounds of damage, but they can be pesky guys. They can kind of dart in and out, chuck the occasional arrow. They get experiment. They also have 3 speed, which
Our
is
general is under attack.
better than the previous version, I believe. I think the previous version only had 2. They're actually pretty quick for kind of a hoplite-esque type unit.
Thracian bow horsemen.
Yeah, I'll just kind of keep my
We'll kill them all.
hoplites back for now. Not my hoplites, my horse archers back for now.
Warriors ready. Get running.
Yeah, I'll kind of move these guys over
Followers!
here.
Run, Cassio! Spear warriors! We hunger for blood and spear nobles!
Dacians.
The enemy are going to chuck their javelins. I hope that they charge in afterwards. Simultaneously, we have javelins to throw as well. So the Romans, look at a taste of our own medicine here. For my Sicca skirmishers.
Thracian warriors!
Same thing here. These Illyrians, they
Forward!
also have javelins.
Prepare to attack! We'll kill them all! Come here! Orders!
Dacians.
And
Ready
the
for
Romans do
battle.
eventually push up against us.
Infantry! Warriors! Ready for battle! One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Man.
Forward! Sword followers!
Naked swords. Battle
I should be the leaders for I have no followers in my army.
Chosen spears.
Swords! Aldo! Alps!
Okay, these guys actually don't have javelins. It surprises me, but I guess they're honestly very good, so they may be a little bit unfair if they had javelins too, but we'll throw these guys in. They'll definitely be superior to any of the swordsmen on the field for the Romans, so even though that our flanks are a little bit exposed here, we should absolutely be able to kill anything here. Meanwhile, oh, these Falksmen, they just need to start charging in yesterday. Yeah, these guys are dead.
Thracian warriors! Move it! Forward!
Yeah, we have to kind of set up here a little bit better.
Marksman! Naked swords! Charge! Ready! Kill! Ready! Spear warriors! Dacians!
It's being a little bit negligent here, to be honest. Should be charging in, or rather exploiting the enemy flanks slightly better, particularly because these guys don't need to be in like a spear wall here to be effective. These guys need to be charging in like yesterday. These guys can kind of start carving around. These Italian swordsmen, their armor should be thoroughly depleted and they should just be getting absolutely chewed up by my Illyrians. But we have killed 32 of them. So.
Chosen spears! Spear and nobles! Marksman!
And here we have it. The Falksmen, they've made contact, and we know how vicious these guys can be. It's just so obvious when there's this choice of armament.
Battle is turning in our
It's
favor.
just maniacal.
Warriors ready!
I was just hoping that we'd dispatch these noble Romans a little bit quicker.
Marksman!
Like, surely we're not this determined to fight to the death.
Battle ready and eager!
Yeah, they appear to be. Despite getting chewed up all across the map here.
Dacians!
Bring our bow horsemen back. We're not exactly the best equipped to
Get running!
do a hammer and anvil, but now that my Illyrians, or rather my Illyria Thracians, now that they're free, they can go ahead and they charge the rear of the Romans a little bit.
Marksman!
The Falksmen should be doing immense damage here on the flank.
Cut them down! Thracian warriors! Swords!
I mean, come on.
Battle ready!
Anyway, there we have it. Only 200 dead. That's pretty good. It's not a lot. We can stomach that. So there we have it. I don't know whether we're going to be able to recover any men here. We are navally right across from Illyricum, but it's not like this is a province of a huge amount of good Dacian men to recruit. As demonstrated by the paltry army of assembled there.
Warriors all!
Yeah, we're still definitely broke. Can't really deny that.
Warriors all!
I'll find them.
Dacian chieftains hate me. Interesting. Can I embezzle something though? Can I just steal some money? I guess I can't go steal some money. You know what then? Why don't we just cancel just one of these buildings? So I don't want to be utterly broke. I don't want to play it that close. But so far so good. Arminium falls without any drama. And here comes the first Roman army to try to avenge my invasion. And really? Do a double attack? But apparently we are advantaged. Apparently we're supposed to win this. I don't really see it, to be honest. I mean, I'm not saying that we're gonna lose. I'm just saying I don't really see a humongous advantage for myself. Can I not just, like, sally out and avoid the Navy? Wish I was a mechanic. No, you know what can I say? Gonna play this out. Like, avoiding this battle would be cowardice at the highest order. The main challenge, in my mind, the tricky part of his battle is gonna be that Navy. It kinda adds, like... kinda adds this questionable element that I have challenge predicting. But yeah, I think that the best thing I can do is just quickly obliterate this army and then move on to deal with the pesky small men who have decided to attempt... What is it?
Ready for battle!
Attempt to come by sea. So honestly, like, this army is not particularly strong. I should have her number. If I play my cards right, that is.
Dacians!
Yeah, that still has to be done. So I'll have to play my cards right against the Romans. It's not exactly the easiest thing in the world. Yet I kind of see weakness over here, especially with these, like, foreign Getae. If we get some of our more, like, elite troops on this side and some of our weaker troops here, I keep them close to my general to try to avoid a rout. And, you know, we can have, like, these guys right here. And this is just all trash. I could just keep them over here. Alright, let's see what happens here.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Quickly now! Advance at speed! Spear warriors!
I mean, so far so good, as in the cavalry seems determined to charge my spearmen.
Spear nobles!
Okay, Roman general. I approve of this. This is intelligent. Everybody knows that a good horse loves a good spear up the arms, so this is precisely what you need to do. Javelins, also great for horsemen. At least that's my belief.
Spears! Spear warriors!
Now, this guy's charging my naked swords. Not exactly what I want. I don't like that. I think kinda not cool, but you know what?
Our general is under attack.
Doesn't matter that much. Let's bring my cavalry out and maybe smack a status or two.
Sword follower! Battle ready!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
In enemy cavalry, we don't really have a match for it, which is odd to say, but it's true in this case.
Bow horsemen!
Enemy cavalry is heavy,
Charge!
very resilient. They can dominate the field against my cavalry. Even though in a normal battle that would not really be the case, it's just a matter of how our armies have been chosen for this bloody affair.
Warriors, eagles! Bow horsemen!
Yet a lot of cavalry
Swords!
in this battle has been ensnared by spearmen of mine. Look at this particular cavalry, utterly chewed up and obliterated. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna send my general to go try to hunt these guys down. My light infantry can kind of go elsewhere.
Warriors eager for blood! Sword followers!
Yeah, so far so good.
Ready and eager! Infantry!
We just have to get him bring some of his infantry forward. Oh, you know what? If I can just kill this cavalry, that would be great.
Spear horsemen! Spear nobles!
Like, yeah, general, absolutely an amazing counter to this cavalry. Like, if we can just continue this fight, this cavalry is just not going to be around much longer. And there we go. They're gone. They're broken. That's a lead, man.
Sword followers!
Meanwhile, yeah, we'll just hunt down some enemy Velites. I don't know how to do. Honestly, I really admire the Velites in this game. Like, they are really, really strong for what they are, so I'm always happy to kind of get them off the field. They definitely hit pretty hard, divided and para, just as melee fighters. That's the weird part. That's the Roman skirmish line. Come off the ships. Yeah, they can absolutely be vicious here. But you know what? We've kind of surrounded the legions of Rome here. And we have a lot of armor piercing potential with our army, so I can see a lot of situations where we ignore Roman armor and just deal incredible casualties very, very fast. Yeah, very clear. We just have 2 units chasing down this cavalry. If they're just gonna be knocked up or horses, man, this cavalry, they're gone. A lot of routing Romans here, man. A lot of scummy Romans deserting riposte.
Infantry!
This legion's gonna be decimated, if any of them even survive, that is.
The men are wavering.
Where are you? I mean, you know what, that spearlight has almost died to the man. I can see why they'd be wavering.
Spear nobles!
But yeah, over here, I mean, these Hastati should be getting killed by my Thracians, by my Dacians. They should be chopping up these Romans and just making sure to terrify the men of the Empire. Yeah, the only negative part here is that one of his units is routed, but they haven't been shattered yet. But they are also mostly trapped by my spear walls, so
They will bleed for us!
yeah, I think we're not too far off of just shattering these guys entirely.
Sword followers! Dacians!
Especially if we get some of these kind of lighter but high damage units at these guys.
Warriors!
Like these sound like Hastati. Their numbers dwindle quickly. Now that my horse archers are here, I mean, surely we disappear. Only people left were these very high armored elite spears, but now that they're just surrounded by daggers and knives.
Huntsman! Get running!
Make should be getting destroyed. And now we just need to go in and rush these guys with
Swords! Dacians!
a degree of arrogance. These guys are mostly javelin, so we just have to kind of push them with as much aggression.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Truthfully, I don't think that they're gonna hold all too resiliently, considering the mess that we've made of their legions. We just have to start killing them in large numbers, and they will flee before me. Yet it's large. Doing that is easier said than done. These smaller units can sometimes live a really long time. It's like an oddly long time. Be a little bit tricky, yet these are just levies at the end of the day. They don't have a ton of armor. They don't have a ton of morale. They don't have really a ton of anything you'd want when it comes to handling decent infantry. And you can see my Getae spearmen, they are pretty high armored, pretty decent units at this point.
Warriors!
Yes, across the field, we found pockets of levies.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Been able to attack. Actually, this is the general. I was about to say one random unit came back, but that general just never came to the party because he was too slow. Yeah, it's a big whatever. It is a big whatever because despite the Romans showing up glamorously in large numbers, they do fall. They fall catastrophically at the hands of my Dacians. So I'm very happy with the win. It simultaneously, this was a pretty good Roman army. This is not just like some random pre-Polybian army with just a bunch of spearmen or anything. No, this was like a proper army, albeit not one saturated with brigands, which is what I kind of come to expect from the Romans. But yeah, we'll release captives, just because we are a little bit broke right now. It's nice that this navy has been humbled a little bit, because they were hovering outside of Epidamos for a while, and I was afraid of them taking the city.
I offer this in the name of our people. Let this be a sign of goodwill to come.
Nope. No goodwill for me.
We offer you trade and our fine civilized products.
These people have been avoiding a trade agreement with me for the longest time. Well, I'm happy to entertain one. Although the more factions you trade with, the less the income from each faction becomes. Like at some point, you kind of reach a...
There is good in trade. To walk through...
You kind of just end up reaching a bottleneck where there's just no need to do it.
My ancestors have spoken well of you, and so we offer a
These
treat.
people are so far away from anything that I have, man. I don't need a dot aggression with them. They're just trying to sell me a useless piece of paper.
A treaty would...
Okay, let's continue onwards here. So I don't really... Bithynia, are we gone? The Biphidians, if they're still here, have been... Yeah, no, they've been replaced by Nicomedia. They actually got destroyed by my rivals in the Cimmerians, which is a little bit sad, actually. Little bit sad. Now, I was very surprised when I saw that we could recover troops here. Now I know it's nothing but a fantasy.
We take this settlement for the tribe!
We'll move his army in. That'll be a little bit of time before we can properly use them. Man, I don't think I've ever, like, taken Rome third.
Moving unseen.
Of all the objectives that you need to win a campaign, man, I don't think I've ever gotten close to just taking Rome third. You know, it's just, like, really, really hard. Really, really, really hard. Think of how to do this. I mean, this army is not going to recover for a bit. I barely have any money, though. I don't know, man. Like, if this... I don't know, boys. I think I'm gonna call it quits here for now. Come the next stream, we'll continue fighting against the Romans, and we'll figure out how to take them on properly. Thanks for watching, and yeah. Hopefully I'll